Okay, part 2 of the video here. Start up here at the reservoir fluid tank for clutch. We're gonna just open it up a little bit. This tiny little Allen key will do the trick on these little Allen nuts. This is where you hold the clutch fluid. For this bike and most Ducatis, I think all Ducatis, synthetic brake fluid, DOT4 only, nothing else. Pause. Good. Is it going? Okay, well, this is what we're doing here. We're getting this off so we can see what's going on. Oh, it's important. Keep a towel down here because this always makes a mess. I don't care how careful you are. There's always brake fluid in it. Will take your nice paint and finish off anything. As you see, it's dripping. Pause. This is the inside of your reservoir. It has this little rubber piece here. Dry it off here. Make sure there's no contaminants in there. That's what it looks like. As you're looking here, the fluid looks pretty nasty. It's not clean. I've done 2 changes on it within the last week, and it's still acting up on a test ride last night, which is why we did part 1 of this video, which is to clean the slave cylinder and rod. Now we're really going to ultimately get in here and do what I call a deep cleaning. Be careful not to lose any of these pieces here on your cap. That all goes together. Just put it off to the side all together there. Pause. Okay, here we go. So this is your dust cap right here. This is 8mm right here. We're gonna do this. We're gonna crack this open. Before we crack it open, we're gonna put this in here. Pause. Let me know when it's rolling, please. Rolling. Action. For this special occasion, we're gonna get a pair of these bad boys and throw these on for special, so I don't hurt myself. This is dangerous stuff right here. This will blind you. I'm not responsible for your death. Okay, so here is dirty brake fluid. It's disgusting. I keep it. I save this right here. I put it right here like so. I put this inside there, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna crack this open like that. And I'm gonna flush from up here with the pump. I'm going to pump all the fluid, the dirty, disgusting fluid, and I see there's the air bubbles right there. This is what messed me up yesterday. It's these disgusting air bubbles. I'm pumping it through the system. Coming out through the bottom there, which is good. I want to make sure that there's no dirtiness in here. So as I did that, I'm going to, it looks pretty good. So I'm going to crack this closed so no air can get in it. Now I'm going to come up here and we're going to bleed out the reservoir cylinder. So pause. Okay, so this part's going to get messy here, so we're going to put on some gloves, make sure we have our goggles together here, and unlike this part where they have a nice little bleeder valve, I don't see a bleeder valve on this bike anywhere up here. I've looked a couple times and I'm not seeing a bleeder valve, so I really want to get this clean. So what I'm going to do is I'm first going to get in here. I'm going to find the cleanest brush I have. So basically like uncontaminated, like brand new toothbrush. That's what I'm going to do. So if you want to follow me here in this, what we're going to do is we're just going to go in here and we're going to kind of just brush the inside of this reservoir in case there is any gook We're just going to get it loose and free, and make sure there's nothing clogged up in there. Like I said, I have changed it twice in the last couple of days, so it shouldn't be too bad. I'm going to go ahead and dip this whole rag in here and get as much of this as I can out. Or we can do it the safe way, where we can dip this in here. Get my own siphon on. Try not to be messy here, but I think it's going to be inevitable. And do not swallow brake fluid. Not responsible if you die. Here, like I said, it will definitely make a mess. So I just want to look over and make sure there's no fluid on any of my beautiful bike. Cleaning this out. If you want to get a look in here on the inside of this, now it's nice and clean in there. Inside here, I've sucked up most of the, actually all of the brake clutch fluid in there, and I'm just cleaning it up now. And I didn't go below the line here, which is right here. If you want to zoom in right here, my finger is pointing right on it. This is, I'm gonna take a chance here. I'm gonna crack this open. 11 pier is a little too tight, so let's go to a 12. See what a 12 does. And now we're in business. There we go. Crack it open. Loosen up that bolt there. It's in a pretty tough spot. Well, not too tough to get to, but it's just slow. It's one by one. Pause.
Okay.
Okay. This is what you call your banjo bolt right here. It connects your clutch line to your reservoir cylinder, which is here to that. You don't want to get air inside of that. There should be fluid. I didn't pull fluid from below the reservoir, so it's there. And you have to be careful to not lose any of these little pieces here. Now the only way to clean this is to take it out. See this little hole here? That can get jacked up. You don't want to jack that up because then fluid can't get through there. That's how little of an area lets fluid through. So if you think it's a big deal and only big particles can clog stuff up, you're wrong. This little pinhole here will fuck everything up. You'll be jacked up. So we clean it, and once it's clean, I know it's clean, and I know that's something I can start to eliminate possible problems with the bike. So I do clean this here, and I want to get up inside that caliper there. So what I want to do is I'm going to take this here, and I'm going to, one goes on the bottom, then it is your part, your cable, hydraulic cable, then like a sandwich, the other washer on top of it there, just like that. Oh, pause. Okay. Don't record yet. Tell me when. Now that this has been taken apart, I am reassembling it now that I know for sure that it's clean. Pause. Alright, so now that this is completely tight again, the banjo bolt on the bottom, I'm going to refill my reservoir tank here to there. Now, once that's full, I'm going to again open up my pause. Okay, so now that the reservoir is full again, I'm gonna just bleed the system again. That's what this is called. And so I'm gonna pump it here. Pump all the fluid through. You can hear that you can just hurt all that air coming through. You can see the little air bubbles. You might want to zoom in here. That's the important part here, is to show these air bubbles in the system. That's what jacks up the system right here. It's this air. And you want to get this nice and tight. And now that that's full, you don't want to let that drop below the line again. So you want to keep this completely full at this point. I did go out and purchase a new one today in anticipation of this. Go ahead and fill that up there and continue to bleed the system and get all this air out of there. Not just the air, the water that's in the system and debris. Now what a friend of mine taught me a little trick. What I do is I close this back up here. Carefully pull this out as best I can without making a mess, although I always seem to make a mess. And clean your mess. Keep everything clean. Now that that is double check that, make sure this is tight. Here it's an 8mm tight. Don't over tighten. Put your nipple back on. When we come up here now, what we do is, if you want to follow me with that, what we do is we check for air bubbles. And we look here, and as we pump there, you want to zoom in as close as you can here. If there's any air in the system, it will work its way up here, and you'll see little air bubbles surface to the top in the cylinder. You want to get that nice and tight. These are adjustable here. These are adjustable levers. I keep them as tight as I can on there. And now that it's pretty much full, I will refill it once more. Best I can without making the mess that I inevitably always seem to make. And this pretty much concludes my video. Now I will sit here for a little bit of time, and I will continue to pump this lever until it's rock hard and all the bubbles are out. And float to the top, and I'll take this bike again down Southern California coast and hope that I can get it into neutral and through gears like butter. So thank you for watching. My name is Adrian, and enjoy your day. Thank you.